Hello, you are watching Deprogramming Hour. In this episode, we have two special guests, Val Kinzler and Michelle Fury. These two rockin' ladies are going to do a few of their original songs for you, so please enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Val Kinzler. Happy to be here. This is called Genius. This is my rock and roll thesis from a university time. Will teach us, though I'm not an honor roll intellect, I retain the right to define my own success. Academically unscrubbed, my union's DC. Push and shove. Kiss your future goodbye, dear, 'cause there'll be no more pensions here. I'm not a fraud of anything. Give me room to spread my wings. Graduated from handcuffs, born on the cusp of genius. I was raised a Girl Scout, been called a whore, sold voodoo cookies door to door, majored in how to survive with a minor in read between the jive. I'm not a fraud of anything. Give me room to spread my wings. Graduated from handcuffs, born on the cusp of genius. Born on the cusp of genius. Born on the cusp of genius. My PhD's in living up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Born on the cusp of genius. I taught among some technoscaries and bureaucrats who tear you down as you kiss their ass, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was ordered, thou shalt not create. You've got to have credentials or they'll terminate. I'm not a fraud of anything. Give me room to spread my wings. Graduated from handcuffs, born on the cusp of genius. On the cusp of genius. Born on the cusp of genius. My PhD's in living up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Born on the cusp of genius. Tattooed, scarred, and denied. Finally, intuition alive. Born on the cusp of genius. Yeah, let's deal with housing, health, and the like. Life's too cheap, and the rent's way too tall. 60 years wrapped inside one shawl. Ground floor, heart with an exit door. Her life's embittered as a whore. She lives down on East 3rd Street, just an old soul, all alone. Down on East 3rd Street, there's no place like home. And there's no innocence left inside these old eyes. All of her dreams are torn apart in the tide. The walls are peeling, and you will find that there's no room anymore left inside her mind. She lives down on East 3rd Street, just an old soul, all alone. Down on East 3rd Street, there's no place like home. As the radio cries out a favorite song, she leaves the room 'cause it's been way too long. Second-hand furniture, TV and wine. I'm outside her window, she's inside my mind. She lives down on East 3rd Street, just an old soul alone. Down on East 3rd Street, there's no place like home. Sweet.
It's called Watch Your Step. In the mirror reflection of my burdened soul, I look back and see how free I was. In the mirror reflection, I throw a stone, will it shatter into pieces like the rivers of my mind? Oh, watch your step before you break it. Hey kid, watch your step if you're gonna make it. Oh, and you just can't fake it. Oh, watch your step before you break it. We are walking on ice in a world of steel, and what's really the object is to try not to feel. Better watch your step before you slip and you slide. Your thoughts and your passions will all collide. Oh, watch your step before you break it. Hey kid, watch your step if you're gonna make it. Oh, and you just can't fake it. Oh, watch your step before you break it. You should be with me, darling. In your arms is where I reflection of what I've become. I'm not looking for freedom, I'm just looking for fun. It ain't got no honor, and I know that it ain't right. I'm just wasted, come to taste you in the middle of the night. Oh, watch your step before you break it. Hey kid, watch your step if you're gonna make it. Oh, and you just can't fake it. Oh, watch your step before you break it. Oh, hey kid, watch your step if you're gonna make it. Oh, and you just can't fake it. Oh, watch your step before you break it.
And go.
I asked her, do I give you anything? She said to me, so many things. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough? It's everything. Staring at a blind moon into space, holding back tears. I got no need to complain. We struggle hard, so hard to find the light. What you reflect is what you invite. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough? It's everything. Indecision complicates your mind. Hesitation leaves you far behind. Thoughts can sometimes be untrue, but it's all we can change to help us make it through. Keep moving forward, keep taking flight, and what you see is what you invite. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough? It's everything. No one's gonna come and build your shrine. Hopefully one day you come to find peace in living every day. coming to terms with what you didn't say. Keep moving forward, keep taking flight. And what you seek is what you invite. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough? Is it enough? Is that enough? It's everything. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough? Is it enough? Is that enough? It's everything. It's everything. It's everything. It's everything.
So welcome on the show, ladies. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
So it was a pleasure. You're amazing. And you came on in anticipation of this new show you're doing, right? So do you want to tell me something about it? You're doing it together?
Yes, it's called Righteous Women Who Rock. And the inspiration was based on a song I'd written called Rock and Roll Women, written in a rather tumultuous period of life. A lot of conflict, a lot of slander. So we had to get a handle on the scandal and pound it out. Rock and roll style. Now we're inviting some other ladies to join in, and the dudes who support our worth.
Nice, nice. Who's going to be at the show?
Oh, man, we've got Marina Kamen hosting with us, Rue Starr of the Rue and Who Show, and the Rude Ones. Yeah, she's beautiful. And Michelle and myself, we're the hosts. We've got some wonderful artists. Oh,
Vio Lizzie.
Yeah, who couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, but hopefully we will catch her on the upslide. The Acoustic Sins, Cindy Dawson and Henry Seitz, are going to be doing something. Susan Sedge, Sherry Dahl, Eva Lynn, Rue's daughter, who's a remarkable talent.
Wow. I've seen her once.
Lovely, yeah, really great ballsy, bluesy voice, awesome. Oh man, who else? Lacey James. I wish I had the list in front of me.
Right.
I know a few of these ladies.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh,
Yeah,
This is going to be a great show.
It's going to be terrific. Some
yeah.
of us are bringing
and
full
Amy
band.
Madden. Amy
right.
Madden, who plays with John Paris and Alan Merrill, and she's going to be doing some lap steel guitar work. So we kind of have an acoustic thing, and then we've got, like, we're revving it up, and Granny with Ann Husick. So,
And what's the date and the venue?
Tammany Hall, April 17th. It's a birthday month for me, so this year I wanted to do something to celebrate. I was just going to, like, pop the springs off that sucker.
Well, you know, it's not every day a girl turns 29.
Yeah,
But
20
it is
again?
it is every few years now, though.
Yeah. Anyway, Michelle and I are old buddies. We met at the R Bar. Kip Elbaum put a show together and double billed us with Alan Merrill, I think, and with my old band Validation,
And Bill Taps.
that's right. And we stayed friends ever since.
Do you feel that women are left out of the music scene somewhat or neglected?
I grew up with four brothers. They used to shoot spitballs at me when I sat down at the piano, so I'm maybe a little biased, but. You know, yeah, I was always told to shut up. From the day I was born, I was told to shut up.
Oh,
but
same here.
I
I
just
only
got
have
louder.
one brother, and they'd put like a towel under the door, and you know, so they couldn't hear me. You know, right? Sorry, Jeff, but it is the truth.
So you both been playing since you were children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had a long break. I had almost a 25-year break, and I'm just back in.
What
But, yeah.
brought you back in?
It was actually the death of a colleague, and I played this event, and then I took another 8 years, and I just came back, and it's a blessing, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to Val, because Val kind of pulled me into it. She pulled me because I was like, no, I'm not coming out, and she's like, no, you have to come out. You're really good. You have great songs, and
Yeah,
Thank
she's
you
got the
for
magic.
encouraging
and
me.
I thank Val. Really, I really have to thank Val for so much.
I don't know. Hey, you know, we're here. It's great.
Women
No,
who rock.
I gravitated to you.
It's in sync.
And we became really good friends.
Yeah.
So, how many instruments do you each play? I'll start with you, Val.
Piano is my first instrument. I started when I was 5. I really wanted to bring my piano this evening, but it was one of those days, and so I had to
heavy,
simplify.
very heavy.
And
Yeah.
she's great, and she's great at it.
Yeah, when I write on the piano, it's a whole different mood. You know, I write a lot of torturous tunes for the traumatically inclined, if you will. You know, a lot of ballads, a lot of Meatloaf meets Janis, if you will. It's, yeah, I have a new song called "Take Me Back," and it's just, you know, I like to rip my soul out when I sit down at the piano. It's just something about it. It's a different kind of style of writing on the piano. But anyway, you know, with this Rock and Roll Women event, it's not to dismiss or dispute the validity of all the guys who support us, because I've got a great band, a really excellent kick-ass band with some wonderful players, and I'm so grateful. And you know, you need that grit. I think the best bands are a mixture of men and women working together and coordinating their efforts, because we have different energy impact. You know,
What motivates each one of you to make music? I could start with you this time, Michelle.
You know, every day motivates me. Every day I hear songs, and every day and every opportunity it motivates me, actually.
Okay.
Basically, you know,
you had the obstacles of your brother, and you know.
Well,
you
I
didn't play
gave it up for 20 years, and so just to be able to come out and people say, "Hey, come out! Will you come out and play?" It's like, really, you really want to hear it, and that's, and then saying, "Gee, I haven't written a song in X amount of years," and then to come out with something like "The Further You Get" or "Lonesome Road" and say, "Wow!" So that's what keeps me going forward.
Nice. And how about for you, Val? What motivates you to make music?
conflict, you know. anything in conflict, it inspires me. I'm always reciting poetry into my phone or singing a line here and there, and I think it's great. It's kind of like therapy for me to keep writing through life as opposed to blocking the process.
Okay.
You know.
What place do you think that music has in culture and society? Do you think it's like just entertainment, or like political, social change, or just like to blow up steam, just fun?
Oh my gosh, it's the heart. There's heart. I mean, it's not a coincidence, and it's really what fuels the world. You know, you could have we all have the financials, and we all have the Wall Street and stuff, but you know, you must have art.
Right.
You must have art.
What do you think?
I'm inspired, like, I think from a young age. I remember, like, being in my mom's room, homesick from school one day with walking pneumonia, and hearing a gospel song on the radio, and the lyrics were something like "Don't give up," and
So it's like
motivational, inspirational, and also the Pete Seeger folk, like when they were forming the unions back in the day, and all that stuff really just lights a fire under me to keep writing, because I think music of the people, by the people, for the people,
I like that,
to
yeah.
bring it all together, and that can inspire a whole revolutionary change. You know, as they say, like, what is it? A spiritual awakening is a revelation of the attitudes, and music does that. It's an opiate, but it doesn't have to be a bad kind of addiction. It's a positive addiction.
Okay. My friend told me I should ask everybody this, because the title of the show is Deprogramming Hour, and you kind of understand where that comes from, deprogramming, right? So what would you deprogram if you could deprogram, like change people's minds, you know, because you think that they're brainwashed? What would you change their minds about?
When I had my child, I was older, and a lot of people told me to, calm down and stop playing gigs and spend my time more efficiently. I think I would work on changing people's attitudes about how people approach moving forward in their own lives, to be more welcoming and open towards people making outside of the box choices that may wind them up in the place that people wish them to be by doing it their way. But just a little more open-mindedness, especially with women who have children, who are mothers, who are working, who get all stressed out and crazy. that kind of judgmental, you should cut your hair when you reach a certain age kind of
Right,
crap,
yeah.
you know? And you should be at home rather than taking your child to this folk rock gig, you know, and whatnot. And just, why did you drag your kid to that rehearsal? All that kind of closed-minded stuff.
Right.
So, I don't know, that's just one thing. There's probably a ton of things I'd like to deprogram, though. I like to deprogram myself at times.
But I just wanted to add that we'll both be playing with our full bands at the Women's Right to Rock.
Yes.
And so we
You have male.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know, we definitely do, and we play with our individual bands, and it's pretty amazing. So yeah, it's not about that, but we happen to have a very strong component of women on the Lower East Side right now.
Yeah.
Who have so much to offer that it's actually pretty remarkable, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, there's a lot of young talent that's very outspoken and edgy, and it's refreshing, I have to say. I'm not necessarily hearing the same old thing when I go into open mics anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of guts coming out.
People like recreating rock and roll.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you can hear a difference. There's people who are doing it more as hobbyists, and then there's folks who really have something to say, and they're ripping it up. And then there's people who are more technically proficient, and their focus would be on how brilliant they are as a guitar player or as a vocalist specifically. But basically, when you put it all together, there is, and what inspired this event, the outspokenness of these women, the young women and the women who have come of age like ourselves. You know, it's a beautiful integration of not being afraid to speak up for what you believe in. And also the men, refreshingly, you know, they are welcoming this attitude from women, I find. You know, I mean, I speak up, and I'm finding that it's met with a lot of favor, not getting too much adversity, you know.
Nice.
So
nice. Things
Yeah.
have changed since.
Yeah.
How can people find you if they want to see more? You already mentioned the gig, the Women Who Rock.
Yeah.
But where else?
I have a website at reverbnation.com/Val Kinzler. And you can also, if anyone is interested in more rock and roll women events, you can Gmail me at rockinroll@gmail.com.
Okay.
Rockin' with an N, women.
Rock and roll women at Gmail.
Rock and roll women, yeah.
And how about for you? Do you have your music online?
Yep, MichelleFury.com. Friend me on Facebook, Michelle Fury fan page, and Michelle Fury Feuer is my regular page. So find me, say hi.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, ladies.
Thank you so much.
It was a
Catherine.
wonderful
Thank you.
show. Thank
Great
you.
to meet you.
Great to
Awesome.
meet you, too.
All
Great
right.
to meet you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for watching Deprogramming Hour. Please tune in again in 2 weeks, same time, same channel, and have a good night.